All right then. Welcome back to the Foxhole. AfterShoX 052. Season 2, Episode 20. Your faithful host, Kid Harlan here. Ice cold chilling like Kavicha Karvichkelia on a Thursday evening. Yeah, we've been real busy in the Foxhole doing all sorts of stuff, trying to get to the next level with production and getting more guest book and pumping the volume on our content, all that good stuff. So our schedule's definitely been out of whack. I apologize for that. We're hopefully going to get into a groove where content comes out on a regular interval where everybody's like, hey, where's that episode? It's there. Summer adjustments, a lot of things going on here, mostly positive, not so much, but these things happen in the world of content creation, video, and audio production. It is what it is. Quick shout out here as I'm going a little old school. Man, John Riggins getting his jersey retired. Be speaking a lot about that on Fox Charting in a Foxhole. Season 11, Episode 2. I think that'll be number 322. Okay, enough jibber jabber. We got a special treat for you. It's always a pleasure when friends of the Foxhole decide to come to the Foxhole and export their wonderful wisdom, insights, knowledge. And we have Mr. Big, a man, Stevie, who I went to school with and also grew up with, our tennis guru. We're going to have a conversation and talk about Wimbledon and a few other things in that world. And then we're going to do a little freestyling. So go grab yourself a cold one, chill, and sit back and enjoy the Foxhole's chat with Stevie B, Mr. Big. We will see you on the other side. Okay, it's been like a year since we've had Mr. Big back in the Foxhole.
I don't know, Kenny. I think we did the U.S. Open too.
We did the U.S. Open. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So it's not. So, but it's all.
But anyways, it's almost a year.
It's going to be a year, give or take. So now that so there's so much to talk about, but we're going to start this one because he's Mr. Big, as I always talk about on the AfterShoX podcast. He's sort of the tennis guru that I always lean on. We talked about last time.
That's not good if you're leaning on me.
We used to fight, over the TV back when we were roommates at CSUN. Not indoors forever,
That is true.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So I'm going to hop right in, and I'm going to start with the ladies, as I always tend to do, because, hey, just like LL Cool J, you got to like the ladies.
That's true.
Let's start with Coco. And is this Machova?
Yes.
So we know about Coco. What can you tell me about Miss Machova?
Okay, she's I know that a lot of people love her game. She's got it. She does everything well.
Interesting.
And they say that her game is geared for grass. Okay. And she's a top 10 player. I think she's ranked 10th right now. And some people are surprised that she's not higher. Coco is, I want to say, 6-1 against her right now. That's their head-to-head.
Oh, she likes to do that BTA
but she lost the last one. Okay. And I want to say it was on grass.
Really?
Because, there's like 4 matches, or there's 3 or 4 tournaments that the ladies play before Wimbledon after the French.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I've watched them play quite a few times. Coco seems to always do what she's doing right now, which is she kind of had either maybe she'll win the first set, lose the second set, and then somehow win the third set. But recently she's been losing the first set, and then she wins the second and third set with a lot of miraculous shots. at least what
I
we've
don't
been
doubt it.
watching at Wimbledon.
Okay.
I think her two previous Wimbledon, she lost in the first round. So
Mm-hmm.
this is not her surface. They say that her footwork has improved quite a bit, which is the key um, to everything in life.
Oh, undoubtedly.
But for tennis and grass court tennis, um, I think I heard Andy Roddick say something about, because he was a great grass court tennis
Yes, he
player.
was.
Um,
Even I know that.
but what they say is, or what he was saying is, when the tennis ball's on the other side, that's where the camera's focusing, and it's all the little footwork that you're doing, preparing for the next shot, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't get to see. But I think
Okay.
if you pay attention to the footwork, I mean, even when my kids were playing, I always told them just watch Federer's footwork and that's it. But
Okay.
anyways,
Oh, of course.
but back to Coco Machova. Coco's a higher seed, so I'm sure all your audience out there is looking at the money, the
Which
betting
they always
lines,
will be. But that
and
big bag of cash is my buddy
so
in
so I
crime,
have
as Jake
I have
gets
a
down
feeling
says.
that Coco is the favorite, um, slightly,
Okay.
but we'll see. I mean, it should be really good. But yeah, so that's the semifinal for the ladies are tomorrow.
Right. And I was going to ask about the other one, which would be number 9, Linda Noskova and Marta Kostic, I guess you pronounce
I
it. I know.
can't say much about them, but both
Okay.
of them played well. Uh, let's see, Riskas. Shit, I need to get my. I fucked up, Kenny. I should have had my
That's
Wimbledon
okay. No,
draws up.
no, no
No, no,
biggie
no, no,
there,
no. Let
man.
me
I
get that
butcher
up.
names. I know.
Yeah, I know, but let me just
Well,
get
I
it.
know about Miss Kostic because she's really cranky with the IOC because they won't recognize Russia as far as the next
Uh,
Olympics, and so.
no. She's from uh.
Well, she was cranky about that. I do know that. She's cranky.
Yeah. When she was playing a Russian,
Yeah.
because she's from the Ukraine.
Okay. Okay. Which would make
So now it
sense.
all makes sense. Yes.
Yes, exactly. That's why I was wondering. I said that's how I knew who she was. It's like, who's this lady going off? I saw that on ESPN, .com. I was like, okay, and then
Yeah,
I see it.
she's young. I think she's
Like, how
21.
young?
21, I think.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me ask you
Because they were
this.
talking about her dress today. Oh, it looks like a wedding dress, whatever. She
Okay.
got married recently, which is kind of weird for a 21-year-old to get married.
In
But
this day and age, yes. Yeah, I would say so.
but then again, she's from the Ukraine, so all bets are off.
Yes, indeed.
But I think she's only lost one match since April.
Interesting.
How is that possible? It must have been at the French Open. Oh, she lost in the semis.
Okay.
At the French Open.
Well, that's a great segue because what I wanted to ask was, we haven't.
Yeah. She lost to Andreeva.
Okay, so here's the thing:
the young lady that won.
Because I haven't had it since obviously we haven't got we've talked a little bit through the year, as we tend to do, but obviously this is the second. This is what we're at the third major. I find with the last two, obviously the French, Roland Garros, and Wimbledon. Are you surprised as far as the ladies are concerned? That's a lot of the big names fell as quickly as they did, like Swiatek, Rabinka, however you pronounce that.
Yeah, Rybinka or whatever. Gosh, I should have had the freaking draw.
That's all right. We all
good. And remember, I told you before we started, I had my second screen going.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's red. It doesn't even when I plugged it into my laptop, it's not even the right color. So I just disconnected it. And I had planned to have all my notes on the side, but anyways,
it's been that kind of a day, man. So I know
it has been.
The gremlins are all over the place.
So Rybineka. Okay, she was the favorite. Okay, because she's got the best serve right now.
Okay.
And yeah, she lost to to one of these ladies, I believe. Who did she lose to? I can't see. I need my draw. Anyways, but yeah,
No,
she
that's
lost
fine.
early, but she was the favorite. A lot of
Okay.
people picked her because her serve is the best. Okay, and grass always favors the server, just like your boy Ivanisevic.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that guy
Yeah,
freaking hammered
he
serves.
was a beast, wasn't he?
But that was when the grass was
True
fast.
beast. Let me ask you this then, real quick. Because before you go to the mid. Now, obviously, there was a lot of hubbaloo, as they would say. Oh, don't do that, camera. These PTC
I
cameras
know.
that just
Hold on
love.
one second. Hold on one second. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now you're supposed to not do that. Now, if you go like that, there you go. Okay, so big hubbaloo going into this. Obviously, Serena's back, and I see that she had
Yeah, I can only imagine. I don't watch a lot of ESPN. I can imagine, since the broadcast is ESPN.
mhm,
So
way
obviously,
too much ESPN
I do
Unlimited,
watch the
actually.
broadcast.
Mhm.
But then I see some of the knuckleheads. Gosh, who are the old timers that still have their show where they have the list of
Oh,
their topics?
PTI?
Yeah, PTI.
Yeah, Tony and
I saw
Mike.
something. I saw them talking about soccer the other day, and I was like, "Oh man, you guys are just killing this." But
No,
anyways,
I know.
so yeah, Serena coming back. She had to win the first. That I mean, if she didn't win that first match, I mean, it just seems like it was a complete waste of time. She got injured when she went to go play with her sister for the doubles.
Right. Basically had to bow out
I
due to
mean,
injury.
okay, yeah, 44 years old. Okay, you're on Ozempic or whatever. Maybe they pressured her to do it. I don't know. I mean, Jesus Christ, at 44, you had a great career. Why would you want to, put your body through all this stuff again? I mean, the only guy that can do that is freaking Djokovic, and he's only 39. She's 44.
Right. Which is interesting. Which is
I mean, Martina played till she was 49, I think. She might have played
true.
singles, a lot of doubles, but I don't think she really ever, completely retired from the game. Like Serena's been gone for 4 years, and that's crazy because it
That's an
seems like
eternity.
it doesn't seem like it's been that long.
No, that's an eternity. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't seem that long, and I know that.
But the margins for these players, it's so fucking thin.
True.
Winning and losing. I mean, let's see. The lady who won today against let me go back today. The Ukrainian Kostiuk. She beat Paolini, Italian. She's a little older. She got to a couple final Grand Slam finals a couple months ago. I mean, she fucking killed her. I mean, it wasn't even close. But what I'm saying is, back to Serena, these almost back to golf, because golf's matches are always kind of close, and somehow there's a miracle shot that gets you through it. But all these women are, I mean, really good. And if you take 4 years off and you come back on and think that
you can compete.
Yeah, I mean, can do that. I mean, even your favorite football player, Tom Brady, didn't.
Oh, you mean Thomas Edward Brady? Thomas Edward Brady, I mean to say?
I mean, did he retire and come back? No.
But he still says
he could get rid of the ball in 1.7 seconds.
He still says
that's all that mattered.
He still says he can come out there and as bad as the quarterback play is, but we'll get to that. Okay, perfect. Let's jump to this then. We've given the ladies a minute. I've got a couple more. I'll ask.
I was bummed out that Venus didn't get to play. I love Venus.
Yeah. She's the ledge. true definition.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
5 Wimbledon titles.
Yeah, which is
And
pretty
I think
amazing.
as a sister, I think they won 5 doubles, maybe more.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me jump to this then. We're gonna get to the men. Obviously, the big story.
Okay.
What's that?
Oh, my.
The big story: number 1 center versus number 7 Joker. I mean, let me ask you this before we talk about this upcoming matchup. Did you see this fight? Was it a 5-set, 5-hour and 15-minute marathon
against Felix Aguilera?
FFA, as they say, right?
FAA, dude. That was the match I was watching when I told you. I go, oh, when is the World Cup match coming on it? And I go, oh shit, it's been on for like an hour and a half, right? But anyway, yeah, I watched that thing through its entirety. Other than going back and forth and missing every freaking goal in the Argentina Egypt match,
right?
Which
we'll get to that.
I know. But anyways, so yes, I watched it. It was tight. Felix, he's one of my favorite players.
Really? I didn't know that.
He's very gracious. He doesn't act a fool on the court.
That's cool. We like that.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't do this with his ear when he hits a good shot.
Oh,
he doesn't.
All the theatrics.
He doesn't do any of that. He just plays, and he's pretty consistent. Last year at the U.S. Open, he was, maybe 28th seed. Then he went on a nice run, and then right now he was the number 3 seed. Because
he was number 3 seed.
Number 3 seed.
I didn't know he was.
When he came on the scene, he must have been 18, 19.
Okay.
He's Canadian. He was at Roger Federer's favorite grass court, which is called Halle. It's in Germany.
Halle. And
he,
hold on one second.
Well, Fed, he
hold on one second. Let me take this real quick. Hey, what's up? Real quick. Yeah, I'm in the middle of doing a stream with Mr. Big. You gonna be up for a bit? Okay.
Who's that? Cooley Walker?
Okay. I'll call you when I'm done.
Jesus, is that Cooley?
Okay. No, that's my my podcast partner and soccer buddy, my former neighbor, SJ and SJ Gets Down podcast.
Yeah, you've told me about that one.
Yeah, she's cool chick.
So back to FAA. Okay, when I first saw him play, he came on the scene. He's at this Halle tournament, grass court tournament, for Wimbledon. Either people would play at the Stella Artois, as you remember.
Stella Artois.
The Queen's Club.
Yes.
Okay. But they used to call it the Stella Artois.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're still a big sponsor.
I remember that back in the day. I used to joke with you about that, actually.
But anyways, so people either play there or they go to this Halle tournament. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the guys went to Halle this year because they didn't want to play the brutal taxes that they would have had to pay at the Queen's Club.
Interesting.
I know.
But makes sense. It totally makes sense.
But anyways, so FAA is playing Federer. I don't know if it was in the first round, could have been the finals, but he beat him. I was so fucking pissed. But I mean, because I'm a Fed guy, fucking knucklehead. Fed's playing, against the Americans at the Davis Cup. I'm rooting for Fed. That's just me. Okay, so FAA, yeah, he's
he's
a good guy. I'm sure
we
did talk about him last year as well.
Yes, we did.
I don't know if it was at the U.S. Open. I think it was at the U.S. Open because that's where he made his little run.
Mm-hmm.
But he's one of my favorite guys out there. I mean, he shouldn't have lost. Okay, and it goes back to what I always say about Djokovic. Djokovic just I mean, he made these amazing returns, and nobody really talked about it in the fifth set tiebreaker, where it was like, no, I mean, you shouldn't be getting the ball back in play, right? Because the serve is so good, and he just dives with his body out there and hits some crazy slice into, deep into the baseline. It's not like it's a shot that lands 10 feet from the net where you can just, these guys, they're so good, just fucking kill it and win the point. No, man, fucking Djokovic. And I said it every time that guy
Well,
plays and
you
he
just
gets to the
answered. So
semifinals. Go
beautiful.
ahead.
You're answering my question, right?
Okay.
Because one of the things I was going to say was, do you really feel at this point, as the sun is setting, does he still have it? And you're basically you telling me this. I didn't have to ask the question. When you just laid it out for me. Oh, I love that.
And he's got 2 days to rest, right? So he's playing on Friday, right? So he played on, let's see, Djokovic played his quarterfinal yesterday. No. When did he play? Yeah. Jesus Christ. He played his yesterday.
Yeah.
And then Zverev and Fritz played today. So they get 1 day off, and then they play on Friday. And then Djokovic plays on Friday. So he gets 2 days off. And Sinner as well. So Sinner had 2 days off. Now, back to Djokovic. I mean, golly, you got to like his chances.
That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to know.
Because you've got on the other side, if Joker can get past Sinner, and it's going to be freaking hot, right? And that's like the poison for Sinner.
Really?
You've got
why so?
Because I mean, it's just been his downfall at many tournaments. As a youngster. I mean, the guy's what, 24 maybe. But these guys get stronger and stronger, and they're much better athletes than when they started. But I mean, both of them, whoever wins that match, and I'm going to give it a 50-50 on this one. I know last time Joker was kind of in these positions, I always say, yeah, he's going to win just because he's Djokovic. But now he's got an extra day off, which Sinner has. And then they play against the winner of the other semifinal, which
and that's
Zverev.
Perfect segue. We're rolling where we need to go. And this is it Ferre? How do you pronounce that? He's a Brit,
Ferry.
Right?
It's Ferry. They call it Ferry. Yeah,
he's a Brit, right?
Yep.
Okay, and obviously Alexander.
And he's young. He's a 23-year-old. He turned pro when he was 19 or so, but he went to Stanford and was All-American there for 2 years.
Real quick, before we talk about Ferry Serve, Serve defeated the number 6 seed American Taylor Fritz. What's up with homie? I think his knees gave out or something.
It looked like it, yes. I mean, I even noticed it before the broadcasters did, and I don't know why they didn't say anything, but you could see him kind of holding his knee and stretching his knee out, but nobody said anything at that time. If they did, I didn't hear it. But then,
who is this kid, by the way? I don't even know who
Taylor Fritz?
Yeah.
Well, his mom was a pro.
Okay.
He's a rich kid. Grew up in Southern California. He probably got as high as 3 in the world at some point.
Really?
And I didn't know that. He's probably he's ranked 6th, but I don't know if that's his ATP ranking. I mean, it's 6, 7, whatever. And then he did win at. Let's see, did he win? Shit, I'm confusing with last year. Yeah. You know what? He beat Zverev at Halle. Are we still there? Are we still talking?
Yeah.
This year.
I'm just listening.
So he had a 7-match win streak over Zverev, who's the number 2 seed. He's been a perennial number 3, because you've got, forever. Because that was back when Djokovic was playing, Nadal was playing. Then you had, now you've got Sinner and Alcaraz. So he's kind of like been a number 3. He's lost 2 or 3 Grand Slam finals, and he did win at the French Open. He's 6'5", 6'6". Taylor Fritz is about the same.
Giants of men.
Yeah,
No doubt.
140-mile-an-hour serve,
bringing the heat.
And he's got
like
an 80% percentage first serve. It's hard to, think that he could lose, but Fritz had his number for quite some time, and
interesting.
It looked like Fritz's knee gave out on him today.
Yeah, so. I believe that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
did a little bit of research going into this.
Mm-hmm.
After all, I'm talking to the guru, so I got to at least activate what I'm talking about.
Fritz has been there for quite some time.
Okay. He's the
top 10 guy. He was the top American until Ben Shelton recently.
How about the other American that before we talk about who's going to win these the semis? The other American who everybody's talking about, the brother, what's his face? Tiafoe. Thank you. Yeah. God, I should have known that. But what happened to him?
Well, he lost in the round of 16. I want to say it was the round of 16.
Round of 16? Okay.
On Sunday.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Saturday.
He
lost to Bublik. Bublik is this crazy, eccentric character.
Crazy eccentric. How so?
Well, he's funny, first of all.
Okay.
Very entertaining. When they give him the mic.
What did he like?
He's a straight shooter type of guy. Good player. He's top 10 player. But I don't know.
Okay. So.
But yeah, he lost in 5 sets to Bublik.
So we'll go, since obviously we know what. We know what
the biggest.
That
was the third round. Okay.
So let's go Ferry Severin. How's that going to play in your opinion?
What's that?
Let's look at these semifinals for the men.
Okay.
So the Brit versus Alexander. How's that going to play?
Well, they call him Sasha.
They call him Sasha. How's that, Steve?
Dude, I don't know where that came from.
Okay,
he's got a weird background too. Hey. He grew up in Germany. I don't know where his parents are from. Probably Russia. And obviously he's a German. But yeah, maybe that's his nickname. That's what they called him when he was a kid, Sasha. Okay, so Sasha against the young Brit Ferry.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he kicked fucking Caboli's ass today.
That's what I heard. I was watching the highlights.
They say he bageled him in the third set. And
bageled him, maybe.
And Caboli was in the French Open final.
That's right. I do remember that. We had a brief talk about that. I remember that.
Guy.
I know who he is.
Yeah. I think we had a talk about the Italians during one of our podcasts, and I know I said his name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Italians freaking rule. Dude, they've got it dialed in right now.
Wow. I know.
I think even though the Davis Cup is all jacked up, I think they've won it 3 times in a row.
That's saying something.
It's not like it used to be.
No, I know that, but still.
There used to be 5 setters in the old days. Okay, I'm going off track. You got to keep me on the rails.
I do. It's okay. It's always insightful for our listeners out there as far as the things that we, talk about. It's not like you aren't dropping good chestnuts as far as what people should be thinking about knowing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
But
it's
okay,
good.
back to this Ferry match. Okay,
Okay, well, go there
that
first.
one's gonna be
I have a question.
tricky because I've watched two of Ferry's matches now.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them were on center court.
Okay.
This kid grew up in Wimbledon, in that city, in that town.
Did
I
he?
think his
Okay.
grandmother
Okay.
was a member there.
Right.
Okay, now he's ranked 128th going in. He got a wild card.
Exactly.
Okay,
Explain to our audience what a wild card is.
that means if you're from the host nation, let's say, at Wimbledon, they can let anybody in that they want. A lot of times they give it to the young British players. They'll give
Okay.
them. Same thing at the U.S. Open.
Mini
A lot of
FIFA.
times they give it to the young, up and coming U.S. players that aren't ranked high enough to get in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
Okay.
yeah, so this kid probably ranked 128th, so he's not going to get into the tournament other than going through the qualifiers, which you have to play 3 matches.
Mm-hmm.
And at Wimbledon, here's a funny one. They're the only, well, I should say all majors have qualifiers. So you have 3 rounds to get into the tournament. And they probably have 16, open slots for that. Maybe it's 8. I don't know. But anyways, so back to the wild card. So this kid gets in. He doesn't go through because he doesn't have to. It's like, they're giving him a pass to get into the tournament, which is really $80,000 because first round is $80,000. But anyways, so
Bag of cash.
They give him the entry into the tournament. I think he had like 3 or 4 5-set matches already, and he's pulled it off. Today's he got through. I don't know why it was so easy for him, but he has the whole crowd on his side. So you've got that. Sometimes that doesn't work, but yeah, everybody was fired up for that kid.
Oh man. Okay.
He reminds me of some punk from Merced for some reason. He just has that 1980s style hairdo. I don't know what it is.
Okay, some pump percent, but not somebody cool like our
as cool as Fidget, dude.
Fidget or
he has that Fidget haircut.
Okay, or that remember Rick Keaton?
Oh, same haircut.
Exactly.
We saw him at the Cult.
Exactly. That's why it made me thought about it. Remember, he said, I smoked crack, and dude, it was cool.
So good. Exactly. That ages us because that's when it first came out.
Exactly. Totally. You had to be there, people.
Bunch of hicks from the Central Valley.
You had to be there to truly know it, folks. But oh my God, man. Okay. Sinner versus Joker.
I mean, Sinner's got everything. Joker's got everything. Joker's a little older, so he's not as fast as he used to be. But I mean, even if you listen to FAA's press conference, which I happened to watch today, he said that basically that Djokovic just played the tight points better than he did, and that's what he's done his whole career, And like I said, I mean, his return, I don't know how he gets it back sometimes, but he just does it. And I've said it on your show before. I mean, he signed his soul to the devil a long time ago. If I go to hell for saying that, I don't know. I mean, I
believe you, the devil's child. I believe you, the devil's child.
And Kenny, I tried to set this thing up so I'd have like some, music in the background coming in.
That's good, man. We don't want to get
We'll do that next time.
Yeah, we don't want to get the content strike though. So,
I know.
or unless you can figure out how to tell AI like Suno to come up with something that sounds close to it, but not actually it.
I know. It's so crazy.
I know this world's terrible, isn't it?
I
Oh
prefer
man,
Chat GPT, but yeah.
yeah, I know, right? Gee whiz. Okay, so we definitely
Okay, I
got
haven't given you an answer.
exactly because we got two ledges.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, just to be safe, shit, Zverev's got to beat this young kid because his serve is just way better than Kaboli's.
Mhm.
And then, what the heck? I'm gonna go Djokovic.
I like that.
Even though, of course, I want him to lose, but I just can't see how he's gonna lose this year.
Okay, okay, okay.
I don't
like
see
that.
what motivates this guy. What motivates him? The guy fucking has won everything. How can you go out there? It's not, I mean, obviously he's not playing for money. I mean, I don't know what.
Well, I think we're just in that age.
Jesus Christ. I mean, he's playing against FAA.
Yeah, you
FAA is fucking killing himself out there.
But there's LeBron, there's Messi.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we're at an age where we're people on the other side of 35 and even 40 who are still at the top of their game, and it's truly a delight to see. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Before, we're gonna like wind this thing down with a couple of softballs.
All right.
Well, wait a minute, because your actual answer, you're gonna say Djokovic. Okay, we got that one.
Okay, so now we get to the final.
Yeah.
Djokovic.
Okay.
I mean, that's it. He's gonna freaking kill anybody on the other side.
So this is his moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So before we go do a little freestyling.
I mean, unless he's injured, that's the only other thing. He did pull something
right
in the first set, I believe. Maybe second
people, set. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there were no issues. So I don't know.
This is the He-Man. Just the He-Man.
Yeah. Came back, won his serve, 40 love, and then took the injury time out like a gentleman.
So okay, here's a couple of softballs on the way out. One really, really interesting. Are you looking forward to this upcoming, and we want, because she's like, she's relapsed in terms of, cancer coming back. We're all got our best thoughts, hopes, and prayers for the legendary Chrissy Everett. But they're going to do this big.
We lost
it's going to be like a docu-series, or it's just going to be a documentary. But are you looking forward to that?
I've never been a fan of her as a broadcaster.
Me neither.
She
hell of a player.
Oh,
Beauty back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she was the darling. But to hear the people from ESPN talk about her, you got to go, yeah, I guess, everybody misses her. Everybody wants her back. So will I watch it? I don't know.
Okay.
What's it going to be on? Netflix?
I'm not sure. I forget. I do know
if it's on Apple, I probably won't.
Okay. We got a good question about that here when we're rocking later.
Because there are a couple of these tennis documentaries out there that are coming out, including one from Rafa. It might already be out.
Rafa,
I haven't even looked. I got to check Netflix.
Jeez, I'd be wanting to watch that. It was going to have Rafa. I'd be.
By the way, for the audience. Oh man, it's disappearing. Guinness 0, brother.
Ooh, look at you. Man, I had a black and tan today, and that's like the first time I had it. Because
20 years.
No, I stopped drinking Guinness about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then now that my blood sugar is all whacked out, I've got to
we always know that Guinness has always been a low calorie drink.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's heavy, but it's light.
Yeah, absolutely,
I think the
absolutely.
zero alcohol one has maybe 60 calories.
Okay, so let me ask you one more, and then we're going to change it up. 'Cause I think we covered definitely get you back like last year for the U.S. Open in the beginning of football. But I've got to ask this one. One more ladies' question. Now, this is just me, okay? And I know there's a lot of other people in the content creating world that probably feel the same way. What is your take on Naomi Osaka? Because I find her to be one of the people that I can't root for and find her to almost be blanking despicable.
She's a weirdo.
Yes, isn't she?
You know,
She's a
I think
fucking
she's won
stone
like,
cold
I
weirdo.
don't know how many Grand Slams, maybe 6. You
Is
know,
that many?
Australian Open, US Open.
Wow.
She's never won Wimbledon, never got
Okay.
as far as she did. Uh, she got to the quarters. Um, I don't know how far she's probably gotten to the semis of the French. Maybe she's won the French. I don't know. I have to look up. But yeah, when she left the game, because of mental issues. Maybe she already had a kid. I don't remember.
I think that was after. I could be wrong.
I'd have to go,
Yeah,
look
I
at
think it was after.
Wikipedia or something. But I did. I rooted for her when she
Okay.
was playing. Um,
Boy, you're a better man than I am,
I
man.
mean, but that was before she got weird.
Yeah, exactly. Because
And
now
then,
she's
and
all
then now
woke
that she's come
and
back, gosh,
well,
what
she
was
was
she?
always woke, but I think she's even more woke than she was before.
And then when she talks, after the matches, she sounds like a little kid.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's kind of a weirdo, but
Yeah, she's
good
just
luck to
she
her.
rubbed me the wrong way. And then like I said, okay, because in the Foxhole, we don't care about your political affiliations or anything like that. Because I mean, I've been independent, since I knew you way, way back in the day. But the thing is, like, when she had the all black party, what was it, the French Open?
I
Uh,
I I did not read details about it.
Yeah, I just thought, God, can you just stop being annoying? Just go out there and win something and, make us like you as opposed to trying to be this
I didn't like the dress
activist.
she had. I don't know if
Oh,
you
what
noticed
was
the
this all
dress
about?
she
I
had.
didn't notice it because I
It
can't. I
was
mean,
it was like
she really
it was
nauseates
like
me.
gold. So to me, it seemed like if the sun hit it, it could affect the person you're playing against. It
Mhm.
was like, I don't know, shiny gold. It's like,
Interesting.
that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
But you know
typical
what?
her.
She's making her money just like Kenny Harlan and Steve Fierro.
Yeah, well, if I ain't making anybody, I know you probably are, but shit. That's why y'all like and subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can get the algorithm up. So actually, we might start to be able to monetize things sometime in the future. Gotta get the shameless plug in.
All right. I think you should get a kombucha sponsorship.
I love a kombucha sponsorship. I'll take any
You know
sponsorship at this
those
point.
little
I believe it.
probiotics, it's
Oh, hey,
nice and healthy for the
Ruby
kids.
across the hallway, she's all about that. So yeah, she loves her kombucha, no doubt.
I like it because it's bubbly, like a
Okay,
beer. Not this beer, but
so before we get to our next one, I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you a last, as I would always do. Anything else we should know about what's going on in the world of tennis that we haven't covered in this conversation?
that's a really good question, Kenny.
I try.
Yeah. Uh, I would recommend, if people really wanted to learn a little bit about tennis, watching the Andy Roddick served podcast is excellent.
Okay.
Um, it gives you a lot of insight in terms of what's going on, and he's with ESPN now, right?
I did not know that, but I
Yeah, this
should.
is his first. This is his first year, and
Mhm.
he was in what they call the bunker, for the Auger Alassane Djokovic match.
Okay.
And so he's in there with John McEnroe and Patrick McEnroe.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell he was uncomfortable. Because, I mean, you've got these guys that have been doing this type of shtick for 20 years,
Yeah, at
right?
least
And
the
then they
last quarter
also have
century easily.
and then they also have Chris Fowler.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was surprised he wasn't in there, because he's been doing tennis ever since he stopped doing the X Games back in 1995.
Right, him and Chrissy McKendry, right?
Yes, Chrissy McKendry.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was pretty funny because you could tell he was uncomfortable trying to give his insight, but he wasn't part of the normal flow. But yeah, his podcast is good.
Okay, I like that.
And he's also been in the in the studio, between matches, which I think is where he's better. It's better.
Okay. Quick question, because we're going to jump to something else, and we'll take a quick break, and then we'll set it up. Are any crickiness about too many matches being on ESPN Limit, unless you have ESPN Limit?
Oh, don't get me started on
Please
that.
do. I want to get you started on
Christ,
that.
I completely forgot about that.
And
I've got one for you too.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, during the week, for me, I've got Sling service. Sling.
Okay.
And I think I told you, ESPN3 doesn't exist anymore. ESPN3 used to give you the ability to watch any match anytime. Now you got to pay for it, right? Now you've got to be part of ESPN Plus or
I've got like ESPN. Go ahead.
But anyway, so they only played, you just got the coverage on one channel, and then they had some stupid sports playing on ESPN2 and ESPN News. It's like, just put it on that, right?
Oh, I agree.
And then they, but for the round of 16 and the quarterfinals, they had it on ESPN1, ESPN2, which is great. So I give them props for that. But prior to that, I mean, and they're bouncing out of the coverage. You're watching a match, and then all of a sudden you got to watch the ladies serve out a set. And then it goes, never mind. Don't even get me started. But yeah. To me, that part was terrible.
Yeah, it's I was pissed because so I'm a dummy, and I'm continuing to get prison sexed by Comcast, but it's just easier for me to deal with as far as my provider. So they've bundled ESPN Plus with it, but it only works on my computer. Doesn't work. I can't mirror it to a tablet. I can't watch it on my smart TV because it's just like I go, what was the point of you guys giving me ESPN Unlimited?
So it's only on your laptop?
Or my tower, usually my tower that I have. So I've got two monitors. I have a TV.
You got to have a tower, man.
And then a monitor that goes to my Warrior 2013 Mac Pro crash can tower that's still behaving like the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Shout out to Steve Harris and Eddie. Got to get the Iron Maiden reference in.
I'm sorry, Kenny. Well, Iron Maiden's still in the news, right? I mean, they didn't go to they got inducted into the Hall of Fame, but they decided to tour in Australia.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so let's take a quick break. Yeah, go use the bathroom, grab another cold one, and we're gonna have some fun here on the other side. Like this, I guarantee.
All right. Hey, can I share my screen?
I believe so. Yeah,
I'm gonna go get myself a drink as well, and then I'll.
Yeah, you can totally share your screen, definitely.
Okay, because I wanted to show you something interesting. I don't know if it makes sense to do it before or afterwards. I think maybe before.
Okay, perfect, perfect. We'll take a moment and then we go rock it.
All right, see you on the other side, as you said.
All right, we're back. What did we got here, Mr. Big?
Okay, so Sinner had played in a match. Let's see, it was the quarterfinals, I believe. Um, so that would have been on. Let me get back to the men. Let's see.
Graphics, courtesy
Okay, so he
Wimbledon.
played this Japanese guy. I don't know if you see this. I don't know if you see the screen right now.
Oh, I do see the screen.
Okay, so he played this guy, uh, Mochizuki, Japanese guy,
Okay.
outside the 100s, whatever. He qualified. Okay, so he came through the qualifiers. Oh, I didn't make my last point about the qualifiers. Only at Wimbledon qualifiers did they play best of 5 in the third set. So anyway, so he got through the qualifiers. So he had 3 matches before he even started. And they said in the broadcast, they go, "Oh, he was a former junior Wimbledon champion." Okay, so that got my interest, and I go, okay, that I went and looked at the list of junior champions. Now, the Australian Open started in 1922 with juniors, so I don't even care about these guys. But there's probably going to be some big names coming up as we get into the 50s and 60s.
Ken Rosewall.
Exactly. This is why I needed the big screen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think I can do it. But as we go down, now you start to see, okay, let's pay attention. French Open and US Open. Holy cow, I can't see the US Open. I have to shrink my screen. Unless it pops up.
Okay.
Let's get through the 50s.
John Newcomb.
You see Rod Laver in there.
John Newcomb.
Yeah. So these are like kids that are less than 18 years old, right? I don't think the U.S. Open has. Okay, now we see the U.S. Open.
See Borg in 72.
And that was at Wimbledon? Shit.
Yeah,
that was at Wimbledon.
Okay.
So we got Australian Open, French Open, and Wimbledon, and then the U.S. Open. Okay, so now we get through. I mean, you see all these guys, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the greats of the game.
Oh, absolutely. See Borg, obviously, and then you just keep scrolling. You see McEnroe. I don't know what happened to Van.
Okay, wait a second. Where was McEnroe? I didn't see that.
77. That would be right here.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, and that would have been at the French.
Right, and the next year, Ivan Lendl.
He's a pro, exactly.
Yeah.
So he could have been 16 at that time. No, I don't know. I think he was the same age as his brother.
The legendary Stefan Erdberg. Love it.
Look at that. That's the thing that got my attention. He won all 4. He had a junior Grand Slam.
Totally. Junior Grand Slam in 83, which is absolutely
Henri
insane.
Lecomte.
Yeah.
Wielander. 81.
Mass Wielander. Another legendary.
And I want to say he won the French Open. It must have been 82. Mm-hmm. So 81 was Yannick Noah, as you remember.
The legendary Yannick Noah.
Yes. Pat Cash got a couple.
The legendary Pat Cash.
These names. David Wheaton was a great tennis, but it was a great doubles player.
Wow, that is quite the list. Roger Federer, obviously, in 1998.
Yeah, at Wimbledon. Now Bondian.
The aforementioned Andy Roddick on both ends of the spectrum.
Oh, yeah, he got the that's right. Man, he was a kid.
Yeah.
18. 2002, I think he won, or 2002, he won the U.S. Open. Richard Gasquet.
Monfils. Gee whiz, he had a hell of a year in 2004.
Wawrinka.
Gee.
Chilich, Gael
Andy Murray.
Monfils,
Yes.
Andy Murray
Andy Murray.
kept him from getting a Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Never won a major. I'm talking
Never
about
won a
Gael
major.
Monfils. Now this is a funny one. You don't know this kid named Donald Young.
Yeah.
He was probably 16 when he won this, and then you can see his name over here
Okay.
at Wimbledon.
Wow. The next year. Interesting.
2 years later.
This is a hell of a list. Thanks for the extra bonus. Nick Krygos.
Yeah. Rublev, Zverev. Oops.
Okay. That gets a little bit harder for me as we get into more modern times.
But yeah, I mean, I like Rublev. He's funny.
That COVID-19 pandemic. The next one not playing.
They always talk about Tommy Paul. I want to say that's Taylor Fritz right there.
Okay.
US Open.
It is. 2015.
I can't see it right.
No, I can see it. 2015. Yep.
What about my boy FAA? There he is, man.
FAA. 2016.
Yeah. Sebastian Korda. That's Nelly Korda's brother.
I did not know that.
Yep. And their father won the Australian Open.
Wow.
Yeah.
Learn something else in the Foxhole.
That's right.
Double mint, double gum.
Hey, is this a freebie?
Yeah, freebie even. Okay, perfect.
And here's that one kid that everybody likes from Brazil.
Okay. Got it.
He's still 24th in the world, so.
Okay. Wow, interesting.
But anyways.
Okay.
So,
thank you for that. That was
let
good.
Me figure out if I can stop sharing. There we go.
Here we go. Okay, now let's move on to, we're going to call this Time to Freestyle on the Foxhole. A rarity. Probably will happen more often because mine just don't do enough guests. And usually we're like locked in, but because I've known you forever, and I know you and I can talk about all sorts of freaking things as we just brought up the cold. And talked about that incredible night in the Cow Palace where they kicked Billy Idol's ass to the curb.
Kicked him out of the stadium.
Kicked him out of the Cow Palace.
Or the Cow Palace.
Yep. Yeah. It was just crazy.
And what did they used to do at the Cow Palace? What was it built for?
Oh God, they had everything, man. They had rodeo, obviously Cow Palace, so big livestock and that kind of rodeo kind of stuff. The Warriors used to play there, and I used to do everything there.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so on Facebook, I always see these great pictures, from the Cow Palace in like 1956. There's just like all kinds of cool stuff going on there. Yeah. Definitely. Because I remember when the Warriors played there, that funky looking court they had. Wow. Okay. So let me ask you this in the Time to Freestyle. Oh, no. Exactly. So let's hear your opinion on the state of the United States men's national team after their latest fail on the big stage. And before you answer, I'll give you my little 30 seconds on that. I am one of these people, who's an ardent supporter of them and always gets cranky when we're in a big window, whether it's this Gold Cup, and everybody pisses and poops all over them. And I'm like, they're punching above their weight class. When you get to the bigger stages of these competitions.
Yeah.
Stop belly aching, people. What's your take?
Well, I mean, I would say it's similar to Mexico, right?
Okay. So let's hear it.
I mean, got a giant fan base. The team always plays very connected.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mexico plays a little more connected than the U.S.
Yes, they do.
I think the European teams don't like that style, and I think they somehow just kind of D up a lot better.
Oh, absolutely.
And
and
they know that they're going to get a breakaway and score. Although I think Mexico did a pretty good job of. Well, no, they had. In their match, they gave away a few within a couple seconds, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, they have the misfortune, because England, they're always a crazy story in any World Cup.
But if you looked at the time of possession in
Yeah,
that match, it
sure.
was crazy. And even, well, the U.S., I think, and Belgium, it was probably 50-50 in terms of control of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the U.S., yeah, there's just something that breaks down
Well, sure.
at a time when it shouldn't. And they absolutely got their asses kicked.
Belt to the ass, as they say.
I mean, 4-1 is
Leaving Wells.
4-1. It's like a 48-7 football
Exactly.
game.
And it's just a matter, too, of, to me at least, and I'm sure many others as well, and you probably, the brain farts. I mean, it's one thing to get your ass kicked.
The goalie, after his brain fart, nobody trusted him. And that's why they got that fourth goal.
Mm-hmm.
Because they should have just passed it back to him and have him just kind of get rid of it. But you could tell they didn't want to give it to him. Anyways, that's what I got.
Jew?
I know.
It's like, yeah, I get that. And it's like, I don't want, like I said, I don't want to crap on them as much as everybody else is. Like, oh, God, thanks for sucking me in. I'm like, if you paid attention to global soccer, you'll know that we've gotten a lot better in the last 25 years. But so what? When you start talking about the pit house in terms of really good world football teams, whether it's club or country,
yeah,
we ain't that.
I agree. I mean,
we could get there, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's, I mean, I don't pay attention to the what do they call it? The U19s.
Yes.
You know, because that's probably where you'll start to see some of the upcoming guys.
Indeed. But there's a lot of conversation about that.
A lot of times, you know, like these guys are only 17 and they're already stepping up into the big, you know, like the Premier League. I don't know about in the French league, but there's always one or two 17-year-olds, and you go, holy shit.
Of course, the French league, when you look at France, for example, I think the best team in this competition, whether they win it or not, and all the French is like France is a football factory. And it just is. The way Brazil used to kind of be, but I think Brazil has been resting on their laurels a little too long, and we saw that in this particular competition.
Yeah.
And what's impressed you the most during this World Cup? This is going to be a team, player, fans, broadcast. What's your take as far as things that are impressive with this edition of the World Cup in the Americas?
Well, you know, I'm bummed out because Egypt lost, because Salah is my guy.
Yes, I know most of that is your guy, but I was bummed for him, and I think they did get wrong.
I don't think he scored, but I mean, he had.
Anytime he's on the pitch, his presence is just.
I mean, he's got that thing that Messi has too.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Mbappe, Dembele,
all that stuff.
Mr. Haaland, you know, those guys have that sort of joie de vie, as they say.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say, you know, it looks like the stadiums are packed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not every country gets as many fans in there as, I mean, you just can't. You know, like Sweden and Mexico, give me a break. You know, how many Swedish fans are going to be there putting their lives on the line?
Oh, hell yeah, they're going to be ripping hard. You know that. Jeez. Be ripping hard. Stephen Boyd.
It's like being at a Raider game. You better have your Mexico jersey on when you leave.
Exactly. It's like my favorite Commanders / Redskins football team fan, Stephen Boyd, says, if you're going to rip, you got to rip harder. Don't rip at all.
But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we're in the quarterfinals now. Mm-hmm. It's still going to be, you know, I think fantastic.
It's gonna be epic. I mean, exactly. Just because we're not there, we weren't gonna be there. So
and the ticket prices were very expensive. I mean, I had a lot of friends that got into the lottery for, not the lottery. Just I think they just went to go try to purchase tickets. And they're like, no.
There's a lottery, and there was ways to purchase tickets.
Yeah.
Great segue. Great minds think alike. Because my next question was, you live in the LA Metro, king of the 818. What is the World Cup vibe like down there in the LA Metro?
At my work, we put it on the big screen.
Okay.
Because I work with a lot of guys from other countries that love soccer.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a couple buddies that are completely into it. Yeah, everybody's into it. I mean, I'm sure if Mexico had won, there'd have been fireworks going off all over the place in the valley. I mean,
oh yeah,
I know when they won,
they beat South Korea. They were ill.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my coworkers was at his mom's house and down kind of the LA area where he grew up, close to USC.
Okay.
And
South LA.
And he wasn't watching the game. And all of a sudden he hears all these fireworks. And he goes, what the hell just happened?
Dude, they took over 3 districts, like Boyle Heights, Koreatown, and where you're talking about, where it was just like, wow.
And and my son watched that. I don't know exactly where it was at, but I'm sure it was close to the beach. But it was a watch party. At least 1,000 people were there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we're having great watch parties up here, but I know it's really crazy there.
That was the Mexico match. I imagine the U.S. match, there were a lot of watch parties all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, I like that. So okay, we're freestyling, so we're gonna roll through this. As you know, I'm obviously on a little bit of a constraint. You mentioned something earlier, which I thought was funny, because I don't know if you probably didn't get a chance, but if you do, go back and watch the episode I did, but with Jim Kaiser, the corner man. I have it on every year.
Yes.
And you just said something about Apple, because he's a hardcore race guy, right? He's a gearhead, and he just said "F it" to Apple, which means, and you kind of said the same thing. So that was because I was
about to say something about that, but yeah.
So that tells me you haven't been watching F1 either, and that's where I'm like going, this is something.
Yeah, F1's great because it's on just like European soccer. It's on super early in the morning. You can watch it. Doesn't take more than 2.5 hours, and then you can get on with your day.
Yes.
Right? F1's there's only 3 teams competing basically, so but that's just the way it is. That's
it's funny because Jim had mentioned jokingly that, hey, don't be surprised if this is Kimi Antonelli's year, which sure enough it has been.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
I can't. Yeah,
I brought up my last.
I mean, the last 2 races, I don't know if he's.
No, he hasn't, because Russell won the last race, and then Hamilton won the race before that. But prior to that, he won 5 straight.
And then Leclerc won the Silverstone.
Right.
So that was
this last race. Mad Max finally made it back to the podium, but where's Lando Norris?
Yeah,
where is Lando Norris, baby?
I mean, they've got that Mercedes power unit as well, so I don't know.
Okay, I like that. That's good. Okay, so let me ask you this then. Let's talk some golf. Like I said, we're freestyling, but I'm just going to ask you stuff that I know you know about.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about tennis. They've had 3 majors, and I know you pay attention to what's happening when it comes to the bad boys of golf. What did you think of the first 3 majors this year?
Let's see, at the Masters. Jesus Christ,
Rory boy and
oh yeah, Rory won that. So that, I mean, it's entertaining when he's in the mix. Scotty Scheffler made a run at the end.
Absolutely. Fucking being so far back. What was he like? Something like, where was he? Like plus 7 or 8 or 9. I mean, it was bad. That was epic how he crawled and scratched his way back.
And then PGA. on that.
Mm-hmm. I know. I got to think about that for a second too. I'm like, wait a minute. What happened? What happened in the PGA Championship? Oh boy, I'm laughing there. Was that right? It was in Pennsylvania, and come on, yeah, you help me out here, folks. We're supposed to like make it easy for me.
Okay,
I'm looking for
Wyndham Clark
exactly
won the U.S. Open.
the former Duck. Exactly, the former Duck. He won the U.S.
Oh,
Open,
did not
right?
know
Exactly.
that. Oh, the pride
Yes.
of Oregon or the
Yeah,
pride of
he was only
Eugene.
there for a year, so he wasn't. In this day and age, if you don't, play 3 or 4 years,
Did
it's
he
kind
make?
of like,
And this was before they got paid, right?
yeah. I think he was on that team that when the Ducks, the only kind of natty they could win, but they did win a natty. He was on that team. Okay, so Aaron Rye won the
Oh
PGA.
yeah, that was great. That was
Yeah,
awesome. I was really happy for him.
yeah, because John Rahm made a charge, and then at the end, kind of like fizzled.
Yep. Yep. But
Yeah,
yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
good to see that my man's still
That,
keeping it.
that was actually really good. I didn't really pay attention to the U.S. Open very much, just because although it was Wyndham Clark had a huge lead going into it,
Yeah, no, exactly,
and he
and
only
yeah,
won by 1 stroke. He was at
absolutely.
-8.
Absolutely. Give him credit for hanging on,
Oh
and
yeah,
more frowns on the folks that had a chance to steal that kind of peed on the sheets. I
all of them
thought
did.
all
Yeah.
of them did. Just like,
I mean,
wow.
Scheffler had a good chance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the scores. He had a +1. Still finished T4.
Yep,
You know.
exactly. The U.S. Open, the
Oh
true
yeah.
test of endurance and wills.
You better not hit it in the rough.
No. You will severely get punished when you do that. No question
Yeah.
as far as that goes. Okay, so outside of the majors, and outside of Rory and Scotty, because that's basically going to be the Tiger and Phil moving forward in terms of what we're really watching in terms of what can be a rivalry. Paying attention to anybody else in terms of the
Hold on a
PGA.
second, Kenny. Food ready? Yeah. Go tell your brother. Cool. All right. Okay. Sorry for the interruption.
No, that's okay. I mean, SJ called. I had to take that. So hey, this is the fun part of content creating. You can always edit it out if I have to, but I probably won't because I don't want to do
It's
that
not
kind
worth
of tedious. Yeah, it's too tedious.
Yeah. Okay. Where were we?
We were talking about golf. I was about to ask you, outside of Rory and Scotty, which I think is going to be the Tiger and Phil.
Yeah.
Well,
Rory's old.
He is, but I was just saying, as we move into the 2030, so I'm talking about another 4 to 8 years of those two probably being,
at the top.
At the top, and somehow kind of forging a rivalry in the way that Phil and Tiger did, which wasn't really a rivalry either. They just happened to be pretty good.
Yeah, Phil had what, 45 wins on the PGA Tour?
Yeah, before he became a complete douche, which is okay. This is another flip side. What do you think about the soon to be defunct Live fucking Tour?
I mean, I hope those guys made a lot of money.
Well, they did. If they're not assholes, they're living large.
But
the assholes is that being Money Mayweather and blowing it on whores and cars.
And Trump was getting involved in it because it was in his interest because they play on his courses in the U.S.
True.
And
the Blue Monster among them.
And he just said, "Oh, these guys are stupid if they don't join this league." It's like, in the end, who made the right decisions? Who made the wrong decisions? That's up for grabs. The top guys are going to get back into, like they already let Brooks come back.
Brooksy, it was smart. I think who else? I mean, there's a couple of people who are negotiating behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I mean, they're eventually going to get back. If you have game, they're going to open you. they're going to open you back. Not
I mean, they're
necessarily
going to go
open
to the
arms,
Asia
but they're
tour.
going to have you back because you like Bryson DeChambeau. Like,
Yeah,
right. You're good. But like, make
I mean, he's
them
entertaining.
exactly.
He's got his podcast,
Oh,
which
absolutely.
I've watched, quite a few times. Haven't watched it in a while, but
right. But he's one of those guys that things fall his way. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull another majors, 2 or 3 majors out of his boo boo.
he could. I mean,
Absolutely.
he's Clovis's favorite son.
Yes, he
Right?
is. He's actually getting ready to build an incredible complex down there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's going to be
A training facility for the
training. And
for the
just an
kids that can't
incredible
afford. Yeah.
training and championship golf course, a series of them apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how high level that's big, but what I hear it's really going to be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. We're cooking now. Okay, let's move on to this. You being in the LA Metro and the history you and I have with this particular team, what are your thoughts of the Los Angeles Lakers, the purple and gold, back-to-backs, a badass spec, not for being ball for the record-setting holes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all-time great superstar. What do you think about them moving on from LeBron James?
Man, that guy's a freak,
isn't he?
Oh my gosh!
We're going back to Joker. We're going back to Brady, Messi.
I didn't know that they were. That was part of the plan this year.
Okay, so for me, it's
interesting. So then, what happens to his son?
We don't know that yet. I would imagine that wherever he goes, there's going to be some kind of sign-in trade because I can't imagine the Lakers wanting to keep Bronte after this. But it's so interesting, Steve, is that so many people are so relieved that he's gone. I mean, there's LeBron haters. There's always going to be that. But I think Laker fans in general just feel like as one buddy got Scap Attack, who's on Whitlock's platforms, said it's like the Emancipation Proclamation for Laker fans. They've been released from slavery.
I mean, it just seems like if the team doesn't have somebody that can completely dominate, and OKC, I think, is a good example of that. I forget the cat's name.
What, SGA?
SGA. I mean, but he got stopped by the Knicks. I mean,
or the Spurs.
Oh, the Spurs. The Spurs. You're right. And it just seemed like he was making bad decisions, or they forced him, because it's just the way of the game. They forced him to make bad decisions. He put up shots that he probably shouldn't have or wouldn't have normally. He's one of my favorite players. I mean, but it seems like you got to have somebody like that, on your team that can do these little special things that, you watch these guys. And number one, to me, I think there was the refs and the defense that these guys are playing. I mean, you can't get away with anything in terms of trying to drive the hole or anything like that. You're going to get bumped, shoved, pulled, and nothing's going to get called, which is, I guess that's old school, 80s style. But I don't remember seeing it, this physical. I don't know. Did you see it that way?
I do. I did see it that way. And I think that was like one of the
and that was to the advantage of the Knicks. The Knicks played great defense all the entire time.
Absolutely. Historic defense.
Yeah.
And sort of,
but back to
have
the Lakers,
that grit. Go ahead.
I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, they've got to draft somebody. They've got to trade for somebody that,
they're making some moves. I think this Kessler move, I'm not sure about, but if they get Kuminga, that's gonna be a major plus. I think this is obviously a crazy summer for the Lakers because obviously you gotta like maximize the Luka years. And it's so
Yeah,
funny that the Lakers, especially after getting Kessler, they are like, the Celtics of the 80s. I'm like, wow, how do the Lakers become the mighty whiteys? But hey, if they can ball, who the hell cares?
exactly.
Hey, Stephen A. Smith, I heard what you said. FOH with that shit. We can win with this, but I think the Lakers need to make a move for Jonathan Kuminga. Okay. Another LA team, since you're down there. I'm really interested about this one. I don't think the Dodgers have been. The Dodgers are just like casual. What are they, leading the division by 12, 13 games? Is it something crazy
Yeah,
like that?
they've got 60 wins, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 61 today. I don't know.
And it doesn't seem like they're playing that well. Like last year and probably the year before, same thing. But they just do what they do. And I thought they were like going,
Dude, I mean, if you're a pitcher going against them,
yeah,
it reminds me of the old Yankees.
Yes,
just murderers row. It's like,
absolutely.
I got to face this guy now.
It's not even fair.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there looking at this, and like I said, I didn't think they were playing that well. And I look, this is a couple of days ago, like when I was doing the latest episode of Foxtrotting on Foxhole. Tune in, like, and subscribe. I was like, dude, they were 8-2 in their last 10. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like quietly.
Yeah.
Is everybody still having Shohei fever, or is that subsided a little bit?
Nah, that's gonna be there for quite some time.
Well, that puts a big smile on my face because he's a man.
Yeah, one of my coworkers Japanese, so when Shohei ended up at Anaheim, he's been around, since the Nomo days, working with me.
Cool.
And he switched to the Angels. I probably told you that.
Or I don't think you did. Or maybe I probably don't remember.
As soon as Shohei ended up with the Angels, he was an Angels fan. So then it was good to get him back to being a Dodger.
Got him back in the blue. Okay. Got him back in his rightful place. Curtis Tran, wherever you are, I'm sure you'd be happy to know that.
Curtis Tran. Great guy, dude. We met some great characters back
then. Evan Dodgers Kenny, man.
Going to the LA Kings because he was a huge LA Kings fan.
Exactly. Huge, right? Especially when they went back to,
adopting the room.
Exactly. Okay. Have you been to Chavez yet in 2026?
No, I have not. But I do plan on going.
Good. I don't blame you because I'm sure you're gonna sort of to a life of crime to probably afford to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me move on here. Okay, this one's interesting because this affects you and me both. Not so much me because I'm hoping that now this mofo has been such an asshat. There's no way my team wants to get near his toxic ass.
Oh, Brendan Ayuk.
Thank you. You know where I was going.
I think you had mentioned this to me the other day, and I was like, I don't even know what he's talking about. Then I saw the news probably the next day, and I read about it. I go, it doesn't look like the Niners really wanted to keep him.
Yeah, but because he
fucked up his knee. I mean, poor guy. But you got to play by the rules, right?
Exactly. All he has to do is report, and I think Lynch and Kyle said, okay. But the fact that he won't comply, I mean, I knew way before right when he was posting pictures. This was last year. No, the year before, when JD5 came into the league, and he was posting all these weird tweets.
Right, because they played together at
ASU.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking,
you would think they would be homies.
Yeah, well, they are. They were homies until homie came out and started dogging his mom last week. Well, I was just like saying, that from the show The Wire, Bunny Colvin. Thank you for being you, Brendan, not you. So you pissed off Daniels. That way we don't have to bring your
Yeah,
BS into our locker room. And I'm like, and the 49ers, I love it because until and homie's going to continue to be an asshat, they can like totally freeze him out. I mean, this fool is sitting there setting money on fire and just doing all kinds of dumbass stuff. It was like,
see, I didn't dig into it, but
yeah, no, but because the at one point, Commanders fans and their media were salivating on getting the Ayuk that was good.
yeah,
But now that they've been watching these shenanigans over the last year and a half, I'd say 80% of of the Washington fans are just like, no way, we don't want this Negro.
too toxic.
Yeah, way too toxic, bad. Wow, okay, whatever that. So then the other flip side of that would be take him out of the equation. How much pressure do you think is on Brock Purdy coming into 2026?
A lot. I mean, he doesn't have that magic that he had, say,
Coming
the
in?
first 2 years.
Yeah, when he first came in.
He had his injury. He still had a pretty good year last year, but you know, I just wish the haters would kind of respect the numbers that he's put up.
I do.
But it's going to be tough. I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus.
because you're in a.
I mean, because his first couple of years, he was just freaking killing it.
No, he was killing it. But the thing is, he's in a jawbreaker division. I mean, between the Rams, Seahawks, and you guys.
Now, here's what I don't know. How many key players have the Seahawks lost?
Well, we know they lost Kenneth Walker, right? As far as wasn't he like the Super Bowl MVP, the running back? Yeah, he was like Super Bowl MVP, wasn't he?
But he wasn't their main running back.
Well, he is. Well, and the other guy that got hurt.
Yeah,
but kind of fluctuated as far as that in this modern era of running back by committee. But yeah, I'd say he got a heavy load. But outside of that, I don't know if they took a lot of hits because
and they were young too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't think they took a lot of hits this go around. And
I guess it just depends on who's up.
Yeah, and they've got a good like you guys. They've got a good front office. They know how to evaluate talent. So if there is an exodus of talent, they know how to deal with it. Okay.
Yeah, that was a tough Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, who do you root for?
Exactly. It's definitely so. Like basically,
the last thing we needed was the Patriots to have another Super
Exactly. Do you want strychnine or do you want a fucking dye of hemlock? Which fucking poison do you want? Seriously, dog. Seriously. Okay. So I'm gonna I've got two more questions to wrap this up with. One's a bonus, and this is the last question because this is really for our audience. You're just gonna have to listen to this one. This is a personal one between two matadors because matadors forever. So let me see if I can encapsulate this. The first part would be: did you see some baseball games this past year? Because I'm gonna always bust your ass on that one.
I know, and you already know I'm walking distance, and they have night games.
Exactly.
Which I think they lost most of their night games.
I'm getting to that. I'm about to get to that.
The answer is no.
Okay, I don't blame you.
I know it's
because this is why I set this up that way. Because the bigger question for me, and this is to you, what the hell is going on over there? We got rid of football in 2001. And the whole bullshit was that they were going to make the other programs stronger. But to me, they were clearly, for the most part, worse than they were when we roamed the streets at Selzah and Nordhoff Acton Avenues. And to me, that is, I don't know. I don't want to get really foul and vulgar on this, but it breaks my fucking heart. I'm glad to see that Andy Newman has revived the basketball program as the only shining light, but everybody else sucks balls.
Yeah, I mean, even my cousin's daughter went there for softball. I think I told you that.
Mhm.
So I did go to a few softball
Cool.
games.
Good, good. Way to
Uh,
support the fam.
but man, they didn't have pitching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, the thing
and
is
that's softball. Softball's all pitching.
well, that's the kid. That's the problem I have because
What about swimming? Are we okay at that?
I,
We would hear about it, I
yeah,
guess.
exactly. That's the thing is that when we were there in the 90s, and then you guys that hung, obviously
Yeah,
you, Brett, and, the tape machine and all those folks that were there after I went to, Vegas, we were still good then. I mean, my last couple of years there, we were knocking on the door at Omaha. We went to the finals and volleyball.
yeah.
The softball team had a chance to win a natty, and we haven't gotten anywhere near that. And supposedly getting rid of football, the only thing that brought people together would come back to we got rid of that? Really? I mean, I know why, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Last one then. Bonus. When was the last time you got it on at Tommy's, and what did you have, and how good was it? I was going
Probably,
there.
I would say 3 weeks ago,
You
if not
mofo.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, folks, wait real quick here. For those of you who don't know,
Just
Tommy's is a place in LA, the best damn chili burgers fucking ever.
okay. Here's what happened. I go up there, I say I want a number one, which is a double cheese
Double cheese.
with, and I got a root beer this time.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of crazy
you
too.
bad
And I think,
mamma
and I think it fucked everything up. And then extra chili, of course, so you can dip your fries in the chili.
Of course, you gotta have extra
And
chili.
so I'm starting to take a couple bites of the burger. I go, wait a second, this is a single. And I go, man, these guys screwed up my order. And I look at the receipt and it says single.
Ooh,
But
ooh.
I've been there a couple times this year.
Okay,
This year.
like that.
You know,
I,
when I
I
get
sure
fed
hope
up,
my old homie's
I
still
get
working
fed up
there.
at work. I'm what 20 minutes away from there.
So you still go to you still go to the one.
The one on Topanga.
Oh, you okay? That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
So I don't go to number 5.
okay. So you don't make the trek to Roscoe and 405.
No. Probably the last time I gone there, maybe I was with my son. We were hitting golf balls in Van Nuys, so it's kind of on the way back. You
Okay,
could stop there.
I can see that. Gotta be convenient.
Yep.
Man,
And
we had
man,
some good times going there, man.
that place was awesome.
Absolutely,
People,
absolutely.
people don't know, Kenny. People don't know,
People don't know. Absolutely, absolutely.
right? Because every time you came in from a concert or something you're doing on the other side,
Or just
where are
being
you going to stop?
exactly, or just being a bunch of ill knuckleheads and somehow
Oh
taking
yeah.
our intoxicated butts and not getting a DUI and ended up in the bracelets. Oh my goodness. Okay, man. Well, I know I'm probably up against my curfew as far as, not keeping everybody up here. This was fun. I think we got to do this again during the U.S. Open, which coincides with the start of football season because there's a lot more we need to talk about.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Give my love to your mom, Jesse,
We'll do.
and the kids.
All right, we'll do.
Absolutely. All the peeps.
All right, Kenny. Hey, take us offline real quick or
Yeah.
end it. And I wanted to tell you something.
Okay. Let's see here, folks. You know the deal. Avoid the bracelets. I'll probably be on the other side of the edit to close it out. And meanwhile, peace. Thank you, Steve, for
All right,
coming
guys.
on as always. Mr. Big in the
All right.
Foxhole. Okay, what you got? Okay. I can't thank Stevie B, Mr. Big, enough for coming back to the Foxhole. We will be back soon. I just got off the phone with him, and we had a nice conversation about some other topics we can get into in the future because I've done some interesting things in the past, so that'll probably be a jive and groovy episode when that time occurs. So always a pleasure to have him. Love to have more of you. We've got, like I said, we've got some banger guests on the road in front of us. So if you want to be a part of this experience, we'd love to have you as part of the Foxhole. Drop me a line, ftinfx@gmail.com, 541-525-0896. Definitely like and subscribe to FTINFX Media's YouTube channel. Please help a brother out. Help us build our following and an algorithm so we can be rock and roll and a bit more. Anyway, it's been fun. It's going to be a hectic week. It's good that he came by so I could do something else this week with AfterShoX and then kind of gear up for episode 322 of Foxtrotting in a Foxhole. Obviously, World Cup stuff. France big today, so we're going to be talking a lot of things. And obviously, we have to really do a deep dive on the USA. I was glad that Stevie and I got to chat about that for a bit. And I'll be talking to others to get their opinion. So, fun content ahead. Incendiary, insightful, and who knows, maybe a little raunchy here and there. You never know in the Foxhole. Well, not raunchy. We ain't like that, but y'all get where I'm coming from. Anyhow, you know the drill. Stay safe. Definitely stay sane. Avoid the bracelets at all costs. Nobody got time for any of that bull jive. Have lots of adult beverages. Have good food, company, fellowship with the people that matter. Isn't that what life's about? Till we see you again. Keep it real, keep it tight, keep it clean. John Riggins, number 44, baby. Going up in the rafters. Gonna be a wild time, 11-8 versus the Rams. We'll see you soon enough. Peace out.